Jalen Jones, Ramsay High School, point guard.
Hey, Jalen, good to have you in. We're filming a day in the life of Carrington Keel today, but we want to talk to some of his teammates. First and foremost, they sent you in here first. They said you're the leader, so that's what we're going to go with. What's it like playing here at Ramsay? Y'all have y'all's challenges with so much education-based high school here that you guys are at. It's not as easy as the other schools, but talk about that a little bit.
Playing here at Ramsay is fun. You know, yeah, like you said, have a lot of challenges, but I feel like being here for like 4 years, I feel like you get used to it. You know, time management for classes, you know, that helps you with your work. And then after school, morning practices with basketball. So, yeah, we have time, most definitely.
No doubt. Now, talk about the Ramsay culture here, because y'all have a certain culture that y'all have. It's kind of a swag, too, as well. You guys do a great job of carrying yourselves well, though, out in public in the tournaments and things like that.
Just our brotherhood and our discipline. I feel like our coach installed discipline in us from day one, so I feel like we just, you know, it all comes together as one.
And talk about Coach Denton Johnson for a second. When I say that name, how does that go?
Man, great coach, you know, knows the game of basketball well. He's passionate about the game, for sure, you know. So I feel like he's just a great coach to me. I love him, you know.
Gotcha.
Glad I came to Ramsay play for him.
So this is a day in the life of Carrington Keel. Talk about Carrington in your words.
Oh, man, Carrington. You know, I met him middle school, 7th, 8th grade. We started playing with Phillips. You know, saw him, you know, grow as a player each year. And we play AAU together. So, yeah, I feel like Carrington, to me, best player in the state.
Yeah.
So I just feel like seeing him grow to the player he is now, you know, signed to Troy. Just proud of him, you know. He worked for it. He just got what he deserved.
No doubt. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
QB Reese, Ramsay High School.
QB Reese, my friend, talk to me about Ramsay High School. How's it been a player here? How's your experience here? And you just coming off a state championship in football.
Ramsay, I'll say, is different from other schools. We got our school at 340. We don't have an athletic period, so we don't have the advantages of other schools. We don't have a weight room, and like our gym burned down, so we have to share gyms with the girls basketball team. Sometimes we have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to practice, so it's just totally different than other schools. They have two different gyms or multiple gyms.
Rewind the clock to Auburn, Alabama, when that horn sounded, and you guys are crowned state champions in football. What was that moment like for you?
It was an amazing feeling, like one of the best feelings ever. Like only a certain amount of people can get this feeling. Just hard work, shows that your hard work paying off.
Dude, with all the adversities you guys have with the weight room, having to get bused to practice sometimes, and you know, probably sometimes y'all don't even get home till 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then you got to do homework at a high level. And how's that, man? How do you have time to do anything else?
It's just discipline for real. You get home 7:30, 8:30. The teachers don't care that you got football. They don't care. You just gotta apply yourself.
That's it.
Do what you gotta do.
That's awesome, man. Y'all got a game today against Jacksonville. What's your mindset when you play a team like that? Coming off a state championship, and they got several guys that probably gonna go D1.
My mindset is just win the game, play as a team, play as a brotherhood, play as we have been playing the whole time. We're on a 10-game win streak right now, so just keep it rolling. Don't let one team just stop us from playing our game.
Absolutely. Now this is a day in the life of Carrington Keel. What does Carrington mean to you in your life as a fan?
Carrington is like my big brother. We joke around all the time. I can call him. I want to play the game with him, and when it's time to get serious on the basketball court, he's another coach for me. He helps me out. What I need to work on, he's with me when I get extra shots up. He's just always there.
Now, before I close this out, who wins when y'all play the game?
Well, we're on the same team. So.
I got you, man. Take it easy. Thank you so much.
Zidra Powell, Ramsay High School.
All right, so you guys are currently on a 10-game winning streak.
Yes,
talk about that. What's clicked all of a sudden that made you guys go on this 10-game run like you have?
So, beginning of the season, we was losing a lot, more than we should have. So, we had to talk with coach and I as a team, and we had to go on this streak because we was getting tired of losing, and we ready to win this ring.
Now, last year y'all came so close. I mean, you could taste it. It's unbelievable. You know, Carrington went out in the first half of those two technicals, and it kind of changed the complexity of that game. But that has to motivate you guys, being that close and seeing the football team go ahead and do the thing and win the ring. But talk about that from a motivation standpoint, being that close but yet not getting that ring last year.
Yes, sir. We're very motivated this year. I want to win 2 rings my junior year, and I want my seniors to come out with a ring because I know I had them last year, and I just want to get this ring for them.
No doubt. Now, speaking of seniors, we're doing the day in the life of Carrington Keel today. So tell me what Carrington means to you in your life.
Carrington is truly my big brother. He taught me a lot from basketball and life. He talked to me when I need someone there for me. He the first one in the gym every day. He tell me get shots up. When we just in the gym, just sitting around talking to people, he'll tell me come to the gun, get shots up with him. And he just truly blessed to me.
Absolutely. Man, I appreciate you so much and looking forward to the game today.
Jaden Williams, Ramsay High School.
Hey, so, we're doing this day in the life of Carrington Keel, but we'll find out a little bit about you yourself. You guys are currently playing really well. Once you get the football team out here and start rolling a little bit, what's kind of clicked for you guys recently to make you go on this run you've been on?
Honestly, I would just say our chemistry. We're very close out the court, and it started to translate on the court. And you really can see it the way that we know where each other going to be on defense and offense.
You guys love to get out and transition and are very fun to watch, man. But none of that happens to me if y'all don't play pressure like y'all do in the basketball.
Right.
Y'all are extremely good defensively. Is that one of the focal points for Coach Johnson and you guys?
For sure. That's number one. He talks about it every day. We do it every day at practice. So if you can't play defense, you're not going to be on the floor at all.
How intense are these practices here when you guys are going at each other?
It's something I've never seen before, honestly. The way we play shell drill against each other, the way that we just in each other is like a dog fight every time we're on the floor. And it's a fun thing to watch. It's probably be funner than the games, honestly.
You guys matching up with Jacksonville today, it has like basically 4 guys that could go D1 with Cam, Caden, and Barksdale and John Broom. What have you seen from those guys that kind of stick out to you?
Honestly, the way they shoot the ball, I can tell that they have good chemistry with each other also. So we just had to just play our game, do what we do best.
And we'll close this video down by Carrington Keel is a day in the life we're doing with the documentary. What's Carrington mean to you?
Honestly, I would say that, I ain't gonna say it, but that's my guy. That's like my big brother. He taught me a lot, and he just showing me the ropes for when it's my turn. So, I love him. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Denton Johnson, head boys basketball coach, Ramsay High School.
Coach, we're here filming the day in the life of Carrington Keel. He jumped off the page at us with the character he displayed last year during that, the 2 technicals in the state game, but also how he carried himself during interviews at Jacksonville when we had him. But what does Carrington mean to this program, if you could put that into words?
Wow. It's what every coach dreams about. He does everything off the court as well as he does on the court. Humble young man. He's the hardest worker we have in the program. He creates our culture within our program. He holds kids accountable. He does it academically, 3.88. Never anything off the court with Carrington Keel negative. He's just a coach's dream. And then, of course, the skill set from the player standpoint, but he works for it. Hardest working kid in the program.
Coach, he talked about on his interview, we interviewed him this morning at his house where Murphy used to drill him in practice every day, but it made him a better player because, he was 6'11", and he's like, man, I just couldn't imagine beating this guy in a 5-on-5 set. He said, I'd have to get in transition to even score on him.
Yeah.
But now I've even heard the guys in here talking about he's that to them in this program now. Talk about that and how that culture's bled over into this younger generation coming up.
We do a big brother program where the big dog on campus has to school the young man, and he definitely got it early. And people don't know how strong Murphy was from a physical standpoint. He didn't always look that, but Carrington had to go against him every day. Keyshawn picked Carrington to be his little brother, and he literally tried to physically abuse Carrington on a day-to-day basis because Carrington was really skinny coming in. But then he got to where he could hold his own by his sophomore year. And then where Carrington does it a little different, Keyshawn used to lead by example through work and physicality, things like that. Carrington backs it up also verbally, spiritually. He does it all for us from that standpoint. But he's now doing that to Jaden Williams, the sophomore, and even some of the freshmen. He picks the kids that he knows has a chance to be good, and he really brings it out of them. And so it's when you have that, it makes your program better.
Coach,
it's what's allowed us to continue yearly to do what we've been able to do.
Absolutely. Coach, when that's a sore subject, makes me sick thinking about it. But when they blew that whistle on that second technical, and he went out, he had 16 and 7, I believe, and you guys had a good, comfortable lead right there. Well, it ain't no lead comfortable to the horn, but you were in control. I thought. Absolutely. Many people thought. What was going through your mind?
I'd say the first one was the one that really got me because it was two kids that tripped into each other. And when you really went back and watched it, Carrington called the lead kid, and they said they called a double technical because they got tangled up. Second technical, I kind of get. He said and one. He said it in the kid's face, aggressively a little bit. And every official's going to say that, showing him up. The problem ain't that he got teed out. We had our whole game plan on the mismatch with the big kid that Lee had. He couldn't guard Carrington. So, he's about 6'7", and they sagged him in the paint, the big boy. So we were two-man gaming with Carrington and Jalen Jones. Big boy come out, Carrington was blowing by. If he stayed in the paint, Carrington was making his three that day. So where that was going to go throughout the game it definitely was tough. He probably was going to go for about 35 points. So then you're taking our leader off the floor. You're taking our best defender off the floor. You're taking our best rebounder off the floor with that team. And that's just a significant loss. I credit the young guys stepping up. I think we had a 10-point lead when Carrington got teed out. What nobody knows that's frustrating with me, if you really want to know, our inner circle knows, we call 4 corners with 38 seconds left in the half. A senior takes a three. We were going to hold for the very last shot. A senior takes a corner three, which led to Carrington's offensive rebound, which led to and one, which led to the ejection. If we would have been disciplined in that moment, and we've held last shot I always go under 45 seconds of the half. We're going to hold for one shot. And you can see it on film. I hold up 4. Point guard holds up 4. We make a pass to a senior on the wing who wanted to get a three in that moment. And you hate to put it on him. You don't know that that's going to happen to Carrington. But what I'm trying to teach our guys is the discipline mentally in that Final Four. It happened 2 years ago. Same thing. We got to go back and look at the discipline. Into the game versus Lee. We're running a triangle in 2. Senior's supposed to be at the nail. No drive. We took the point guard out. We took the shooting guard out. We gamble on the top of the key for the steal. Kid blows right past him where the senior's supposed to be. So it's mental in those moments. But I know I went up long-winded, but to answer it, it crushed us. We went to the locker room. It's a sad locker room, but you had some sophomores step up. I do know this. That was then. This is now. We're extremely motivated because of it. And you're seeing it in the way we play this year.
That was what I was going to bring me to my next point. I mean, for him, it's kind of like a redemption. You can see it in his eyes and you can hear it in his voice. He's out for blood this year, as if he needed more motivation.
You saw it in his work ethic this offseason. What nobody sees is he's the kid that calls to come in the gym on Saturday morning while everybody else is asleep. He comes to the breakfast club. We have a breakfast club, 6 a.m., even when we don't have practice in the morning. We have practices a lot of mornings here because of our gym situation, but Carrington's in here regardless. And somehow his senior year, he's worked out 2 athletic periods also. So he's in here 3rd and 4th on the gun also. So he's put the work in, and he's reaping the rewards. And he's going to lead us. Now, it's basketball. It ain't guaranteed. We'll see, but I like where we're going.
Coach, you're playing a huge game today versus a very good team, versus a player very similar to Carrington in height, in stature, in ball skills, in shooting ability, in John Broome. But when he goes against guys like that, I've seen him turn it up to another notch. Talk about that a little bit.
He does. He loves competition. We play competition at Ramsay. We're going to try to play the best. John's very good, and Carrington's going to raise his game today. We're going to put Carrington on John. They're going to go at it 4 years from Troy to South Alabama.
That's going to be beautiful.
And, I know John's whole family. I know his mother well. I know his father. I worked with his father for a little bit at Jacksonville State, but mom's in the athletic department. She was, I believe, one of the all-time leading scorers at Jacksonville State. So John's good, and we're going to have our hands full, but Carrington can hold his own.
Yeah,
for sure.
No doubt about it. Yep. It's going to be beautiful. Well, Coach, you guys got to get on the road to this game, and we're looking forward to coming back down here and doing a exclusive one-on-one with you about your career and things like that. But this is the portion for Carrington's video. So
Correct.
appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this. And you guys got to go get focused, play a very good team on the road.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, man. First of all, thank you for what you're doing for high school basketball, man.
I appreciate that.
It's phenomenal. I know you got to learn a lot about Carrington today.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I bet you learned some stuff that we see on a day-to-day basis
yeah.
from a character standpoint. That's what others don't see. But thank
Like
you
going
again.
to on this.
Oh, yeah.
We actually got video of him calling a guy out by disciplinary reasons.
Ooh.
It's funny. It's pretty funny.
I love it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.